we don't have any minutes for this meeting. There's just the ones that Tom wanted to come back to from last week.
Transfer station discussion, tipping fees and tracking.
Can I talk about minutes a little bit? So at the last meeting, we had non-public meeting minutes that were not sealed. And both of you said you didn't want to approve them because you didn't agree with the meeting. And it seemed to me in retrospect a little bit unusual that you both came up with the same reason for not wanting to sign them. And I want to remind you that we as board members are not allowed to discuss things outside of a meeting. So it's just unusual that you both.
Bring that up because we did not do that.
I'm just saying it was just unusual that you both said you didn't agree with the minutes.
Right.
Well, I'm just saying that's how it appears. The other thing that I'm really upset about is that you don't agree with the meeting. So the meeting was done in non-public, but the minutes were not sealed, and so it is now public. The meeting was about a formal written complaint by an employee. As a board, it's not our responsibility to agree or disagree. Our responsibility of a board, as a board, and as a supervisor of an employee, is to look at that complaint, to take it seriously. If there's need for investigation, to figure out how we're going to investigate it. And most important is how we're going to resolve that complaint. What are we going to do to address the situation? That's what our job is. And I think that by saying that, you are just validating the reason for the complaint, the hostile work environment complaint, because you're not respecting our employee and the situation that she's dealing with. You know, if I, in other roles, when I have had HR situations, if there's an HR department, it would be reported to them and they would investigate it. And as a supervisor, if I was, and I have been in roles where I supervised other managers and supervisors, I would be figuring out what are we going to do to make the situation better. That's the important thing here. We need to act on it as a board.
And that should have been also sealed because you're talking about residents that is supposed to be sealed, because according to the law, we're not supposed to do that. Furthermore, to accuse myself of being hostile, I'm going, how am I hostile? You didn't even give me no explanation on how I'm hostile. None, zero. And I don't, no, this discussion is going to stop. We're going to do something about it, but where I am going to make a motion to, because I want to bring some stuff over to legal to, I think a lot of things, the line has been crossed and I need some counsel because I don't know what to do here anymore. So I'd like a motion to be able to do that.
I'll second it.
So what are you going to bring to legal? I think we need a little bit more detail here.
I'm going to bring some papers, some accusations and whatnot, and talk to them. And I will bring back the feedback in non-public when that time comes.
So I think as a board, we should know what the accusation, exactly what you're taking to legal. I think we should, as a board, see it and be part of that discussion.
It's part of the undermining of the board. That's where it lies. And that's, we talked about it before. I try to do it in the right manner, but you keep, oh, you got to do it here, or you got to do it there. I ain't doing this right. And I'm trying to do what's right, and enough is enough. And I'm going to talk to them. So if you can call the vote, I'd appreciate it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Nay. Unless we do it as a group, as a select board.
I will bring it back to the board in non-public when I get done talking with them.